What I want to do is get not the first pick in this draft. I'm trying to get 3 or 4 of the top 10. And I don't know if it's ever been done in NFL history, but that's what I'm shooting for. And I'm going to run my plan by you and let's see if we can make this happen, and tell me where the plan is, faulty or leaky or doesn't hold water, because we gotta take this seriously, because this is what I'm putting my reputation behind. So this is what I want to do. I want to trade Bosa and Kittle, not just one, but I'm not trading them for one. Like you want to trade Kittle for one pick, or you'd be into that. And I'd be into that too, but I'd be more into trading Kittle, trading down and turning him into 2, trading Bosa, trading down, turning him into 2. And the reason I'm choosing these 2 guys is because they have the most trade value on the team, and they both have missed some time. And I feel like now is an interesting time to trade them, because if they come back and miss more time, you're not gonna have the same asset. They're not gonna be worth as much. Now, I think they could be worth every bit what they were worth last year, maybe.
Yeah.
So I want. Okay, go. Yes.
No, that's a good point, honestly. And I read your article about it, with the Bosa thing, and that's a concern, right? Second ACL tear, was his first year the exception or the rule? These are all things that you should be pondering in your head, right. Like, honestly, at this point, with him.
He might come back and play 16 games and kill it and rebuild his value and show that he's a cornerstone player, or he might come back, get hurt again, be a little bit diminished, and you're like, man, I should have traded him when I had the chance.
Or like you said, be on a snap count. Not be the, be a situational guy.
That's what happened at Ohio State when he came back. I mean, he was a snap count guy first. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair assessment. It's just that I don't have enough information myself to really make a valid, at least, thought. I don't know my thought process on that, because I can't tell injury history, and I'm not going to try to predict.
It's true. No, I'm just basically shorting these guys. I'm betting against them. So let's see what. But at the same time, I'm saying I only want to get rid of them for like premium assets, because they are really great. So I'm going to call up Robert Saleh and say, look, I'm Kyle Shanahan right now. Robert, you don't want Zach Wilson. You don't want Justin Fields. They're no good. I'm lying. Yeah, they're no good. They're no good. You have Sam Darnold. He's great. Stick with him. Let me trade you Nick Bosa. You and Nick Bosa are a championship combo. All I want is the number 2 pick. Do you think there's that? Well, that's my plan. I want the number 2 pick from Saleh, and I think Saleh would actually seriously consider it. That's where I start. Is that a reasonable start? I don't know if the Jets would actually say yes, but I'm calling.
It is. I mean, the only thing is I love hypotheticals in the talk. It's just I get the feeling that the Jets are locked in on Zach Wilson. Like, it's just locked. It's locked and loaded at this point.
Possible.
Yeah.
Like, okay. In which case, none of this can happen. No, right. In which case, I call the Dolphins. That's my next call.
That's why it's always felt like the Dolphins for me. Like, that's why it's always been get to 3. Get to 3, just make sure, because you want to make sure that you get your guy, honestly. And that's why Miami makes the most sense, right? So it's funny how all this stuff comes out. All of a sudden, Miami's like, oh, we're good with Tua. Oh, we're shopping the 3rd pick. It's like all that stuff is coming out because they're trying to tell people, look, come talk to us about the 3rd pick, and we'll do it. That's the thing.
So I'm calling. So let me just lay it out real quick. The whole pie in the sky plan where everyone accepts my trade offers because they work on the trade value charts, and they just want to help me out. So I trade Bosa for number 2. I trade down to number 4. Okay, because Atlanta wants a quarterback. I trade down to number 4. I get Atlanta's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's where I'm at. With that trade capital, I take Atlanta's 2, the 12th pick, trade up to 5. Because let's say Cincinnati missed out on Sewell, I take him at 4. They're like, well, we'll move back, take Rashawn Slater or something like that. So now I got 4 and 5 for Bosa plus a 3. That's the start. I've talked about that before. Now I come back with Kittle. Same thing. I call Miami, offer him Kittle for number 3. They say yes because they love me and they love Kittle. Now that Philadelphia needs a quarterback, I think they really do. They can't go into the season with Jalen Hurts as the unquestioned starter.
They're going to drop
I trade down from 3 to 6 with them, and I pick up their 2nd round pick. And here's what I do now. I got 4, 5, and 6 in the top 10. I could stop there. That would be amazing. But I'm going to try one more thing to get back into the top 10. I got my 2, Philly's 2, Philly's 3, Atlanta's 3. I could offer that plus maybe a 5th round pick to Dallas at 10, Denver at 9, Who knows? Maybe they don't say it, or maybe they want 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 5 to move down. And now I got 4, 5, 6, and 9. And what I would do is I wouldn't take a quarterback. I would go Sewell, Devontae Smith, or Jamar Chase, either one. I might go Smith, Pitts, and then Surtain at 9. That's what I would do. I would turn Kittle and Bosa into Sewell, Surtain, Pitts, and Devontae Smith. That's my plan. I don't know if it happened. That's my plan.
Yeah. No, and then run it back with Jimmy.
No. Cut Jimmy.
Okay.
Cut Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Run it back with Trent Williams. And my quarterback would be a guy I'd take in round 3. Whoever's available between Kyle Trask and Kellen Mond. I would keep Josh Rosen. I would bring back Nick Mullins, and I would sign a vet, whether it be, Fitzpatrick, Dalton, whoever, and have a 4-way competition for 3 spots, an open competition for the quarterback spot, and be like, you know what? I'm giving you the best supporting cast in the world. Whoever wins this should be good enough. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's really interesting. You put a lot of thought into it. I'll give you that. I will give you that. That wasn't something that you definitely didn't come up with that right now. Like, no.
That is I'll take that compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's well thought out. Like sometimes you can see when somebody's trying to work through it in their mind, but you definitely weren't. You had that, but no.
I want to turn each guy into 2 top 10 picks. That's the only way I feel like you can stomach it.
Look, think about this. Sewell's the cornerstone. You bring back Trent. Now that offensive line looks so much better. Kyle Pitts, can effectively take George Kittle's position as the receiving tight end. He won't offer the blocking upside, but that's just not how he's supposed to be used. Mm-hmm. And then Surtain is exactly what, I outlined as like a guy that you can have as a corner for probably a large portion of his career, which is something the 49ers haven't had since anyone, like Eric Davis. Like, seriously, like how many guys have they brought around that have stuck around at cornerback? So not a bad deal.
Devontae Smith too.
Yeah, and Devontae Smith and the Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. So now you're looking at Ayuk, Debo, and Devontae Smith.
Right, and you don't have to worry about Debo's hamstring. Debo is gravy, and he might be your best wide receiver.
With Kyle Pitts, good gosh, man, I don't see. And then any quarterback.
I'm thinking if Josh Rosen has anything going for him behind that offensive line, it's like he should be decent. He should be pretty good. I don't know. And if it's not enough, you could get. I like some guys in the mid rounds too.
I like this one. This is a good one. This isn't bad. It's just.
I like yours too.
But again, do they listen to the quality control coach? Is this like
only to a point? This is me really trying to like now I'm trying to be the general manager, the assistant general manager.
Yeah.
But they should at least think about it. I think we've both decided that the Niners' best trade chips are number 85 and number 97, and it would be painful, but they present some very interesting scenarios, those two. So you got to at least have meetings.
That's the problem, guys. Like tough trades, big trades, they require sacrifice, and that's the issue. Again, nobody wants to trade these guys, but if you are Miami, if you are Houston or whoever is trying to be a trade partner with the 49ers, why wouldn't you ask about these guys first? And that's just good business. So, that's all. That's what I wanted to put as a cap on all this, actually.
CJ says we already got a first-round pick who is only 23, good arm, needs development like any other quarterback. You're preaching to the choir. But I see where you're coming from too. You're like, instead of like hoping that Josh Rosen turns it all around and the whole league was wrong about him and he was just waiting on the practice squad and the Niners found gold, why don't you just get someone legit? That's fair. That's fair. It's just that to me, 3 years ago, people felt Rosen was legit. Yeah. They did.
I mean, that's the thing though, is that, the Kyler Murray thing has rushed everyone's process now. Now everyone is like, you got 1 year. And that's it, like
yes.
Think about if Buffalo would have cut the line on Josh Allen after year 1. Like, dude, this guy can't hit anybody. He throws them into the seats. Yeah. Year 3, look at him. So that's the thing. Is the Rosen Murray thing has changed the way people have thought about quarterbacks. Like general managers from the 70s are punching the air at the idea of you drafting a quarterback and then getting rid of him and drafting another quarterback the year after. Like this isn't how the old guard does things.